First up is 50. 50. So, fun fact, I've actually seen all three movies before that I'm going to talk about today. Anyway, so 50-50, if you don't know, is about Joseph Gordon-Levitt getting cancer. And it's all sad and stuff. And actually, this movie is really, really good. It also stars Seth Rogen. You can see him right there. And it's got Anna Kendrick, who's quirky and adorable as always. Also, it has Bryce Dallas Howard, who I did not recognize because in the decade, because it's 2011, in the decade since this movie came out, she's had children, and that's affected her body in a very positive way. But she is definitely a mom now. And I forgot that she used to not be a mom. But yeah, this movie's great. I loved it. I was so surprised with how much I loved it. I actually got emotionally surprised at one point and cried a little bit. But it was definitely well deserved. It was so good, really solid. But yeah, he gets cancer, and it's him dealing with cancer, and it's great. And it's actually based on a real story. The writer of the movie, he had cancer, and it's basically essentially what happened to him. And then extra fun fact is Seth Rogen's character is actually based on Seth Rogen because he's really good friends with the writer and was super there for him when this whole thing happened. And like the things that Seth Rogen does and says in this movie are literally most of the time like things he actually said and did. Like especially like the big event things, like he legit did those things, and it's crazy. It's cool. It's really good. I definitely recommend it if you haven't seen it before. But like I said, I've seen it before, and it's really good. Yeah, watch it. Now on to Up in the Air. So this is a 2009 movie, another Jason Reitman movie. I'm probably just gonna watch all of his movies again because I love them. And it stars George Clooney, Vera Farmiga. I didn't say it. It's a chick from the Conjuring movies, and then Anna Kendrick again, who's again super adorable. I was thinking about doing 3 Anna Kendrick movies, but there's not another one that I wanted to watch. Though, I mean, I haven't seen all the Pitch Perfect movies, but I don't really feel like rewatching the first Pitch Perfect movie. Anyway, so this movie, if you don't know, it's about George Clooney, and he has a job where he travels the country a lot, and he really loves it. I don't want to say what job he has because it's really interesting and different, and if you don't know, it's a little more fun. He does tell you, like, right away what he does, but it's a little more fun if you don't know. But yeah, it's a really good movie. Anna Kendrick plays like a person he's taking under his wing, and she's all adorable and stuff. And then Vera, there we go, Vera, plays basically a female version of George Clooney, and she nails it. It's great. Everything about this movie is really solid. It's about loyalty, like loyalty programs, loyalty to companies, loyalty in relationships. It's also about the recession. A really cool fact about this movie is that, so like we see, there's a bunch of interviews that happen. I won't say why, but there's a bunch of interviews that happen. And they're all by real people. Like the director posed as a documentary, got all these real people to come in and basically just kind of rant at the camera for a while. And you can feel the realness of it, and it's really great. The movie starts off with some of those interviews, so like you'll definitely get what I mean if you watch it. So yeah, I'd say definitely watch this movie if you're intrigued. But I'm also gonna say that so the editor of this movie, Dana E. Globerman, let's go with that. I actually did in college. I did a little presentation on this movie, and it was specifically her editing techniques for this movie, and then for a scene in Juno specifically. Just to give a brief summary of it, it was talking about using quick cuts in different ways. So in Juno, it's in the abortion clinic scene where she gets really anxious and stuff, and so the cuts happen quicker and quicker as she gets more and more anxious. Whereas in Up in the Air, the editor Dana uses quick cuts to illustrate kind of the routineness of George Clooney going through airports, because it's just so smooth, and like he doesn't really even notice those moments in between, like him having to do just like a little thing. Like it's just in and out super quick, and it's just neat how she can do 2 different things with the same style of editing. That I wanted to finish that sentence. 2 different things with the same style of editing. So yeah, it's cool. It's cool how editing is fancy. And then actually a friend of mine who is a professional editor now also did report on the same person. So that's cool. I feel special now. He's special. He's more special. I miss you, James. You never watch these, but I miss you. And lastly, I Love You, Philip Morris. This is another Jim Carrey movie. From 2009. Also stars Ewan McGregor, who I love in everything. I feel like he can't deliver a bad performance. He's just so good in everything he does. And basically, the premise of this one is two men get incarcerated for different things, and find each other and fall in love. And it's a big love story, but it's also about con men manipulating stuff and trust and whatnot. I don't know. It's a very middle of the road movie. I kind of figured that's what I was going to be going into it. I think I liked it more back in the day, as it's not in theaters, but now it's just kind of, it's all right. It wasn't meh, but it wasn't incredible. Kind of felt like at times they were like sort of making fun of the gay stuff, but not. I don't know. It was weird. I do know people apparently didn't see this movie because they're like, oh, Jim Carrey's gay? No way. That's dumb. I found like old Reddit discussion threads where people mentioned friends saying that. But yeah, it was fine. It was nice seeing Leslie Mann. I really like her a lot. I've had a crush on her since George of the Jungle. She's so cute. And what else was I gonna say? Oh yeah, the events are out of order. It's all based on real thing. I don't know if I said that yet. It's all the stuff did actually happen, but the events that they moved it around to make it more movie magical. And I kind of feel like just watching like a Discovery Channel video or like half an hour show on like what actually happened probably would have been more exciting, because he does do crazy and ridiculous stuff. But I don't know, it didn't work the best. It wasn't the worst though. It still worked. It was all right. It just, I think, could have been presented in a better way. But yeah, I don't know. That's all I got. All right, have a good day. Bye, people.